Hi friends, it's Anna. I'm here with another 2 weeks of empties for you. Again, I am probably going to start doing these about every 2 weeks just because of it makes for a better video. There's more to talk about, all the things. I still ramble enough that I probably could do one every week, but I'm not. Probably not going to, because I actually feel like the every other week schedule just kind of feels easier to manage for me. So I'm going to start with the non-wax items that I have finished. I've used up 2 of my cotton cleanups from Scentsy. Now these are the large full-size ones. I've actually not gotten any of the mini ones. I don't know if they would actually work in a mini warmer or not, so I stick to just using the large ones. And I actually really only use them in my Snow White warmer, so I go through about 2 a week. I go through about 1 a week, I should say. Changing out the wax in that warmer because they will hold about that much wax. These are, you can see, very hard. Like, I have filled them to the brim with wax. Anyway, those are done. The other non-wax items that I have 3 wallflower bulbs from Bath & Body. One is limoncello. That actually I just poured into my diffuser tonight. This was in our kitchen as a family. Oh, there are diamond drills all over this because I also do a lot of diamond painting, as y'all know. And I've started throwing trash drills down into my Empties trash can. Just gonna pop those off into the bottom of this. This one was limoncello. This one was vanilla coconut. And this one was pink pineapple, or no. Was that another? I think it might be another limoncello I had taken. I have kind of become our wallflower watcher at my house so that we don't let them go dry. So I just snag them. Limoncello is what my mom typically keeps in our kitchen. The vanilla coconut was here in my library, and I replaced it with sweet cinnamon pumpkin. If you don't know me, you don't know, but sweet cinnamon pumpkin is like my favorite fall scent ever. Bath & Body did a wonderful job with that scent. It is warm cinnamon, fresh ground clove, vanilla cream, and brown sugar. I know it doesn't say anything about pumpkin, but I swear I smell pumpkin. And it is like the most, think pumpkin dessert. Not necessarily pumpkin pie, but pumpkin dessert. Like a pumpkin bread or something like that is what I feel like sweet cinnamon pumpkin is. Went through those in my diffuser. So these will send things off to go into the appropriate trash cans. A sad update for those of you that have helped me with it. We are on an indefinite pause from sending the plastic lids into Mexico. So if you have some saved up for me right now, just take them to a local recycling center, and when the program reopens, I will let you know to start collecting again. But I do have some testers here, but the difference is you see them with lids screwed on because we are not sending lids currently. Just found this out a week and a half ago, so I've not done an empty since then to speak with you about it. But I've gone through Velvet Moon, Johnny Appleseed, that one's not on good, Pomegranate Prosecco, and Sandalwood Tangerine. Now, I will tell you, you're thinking 4 testers in 2 weeks. Yes, this is just, I'm going to give you real quick a testament to how well Scentsy Wax holds its scent in adverse situations. Because I was able to go last Thursday to finally go see my Rita. And, y'all, she's home now, thank God. But I was finally able to go see her last Thursday in the hospital. And the nurse, like, I stayed Thursday night, all day Friday night, all day Saturday, but I did go home Saturday evening so that I could be at church on Sunday. When I got ready to leave on that Saturday evening, the nurse said, bring your wax, bring your stuff. So I had warmed 2 of these testers in a week at my house. I don't even know which ones, I just picked up 2. And then I grabbed a couple more and just a handful of things that I knew were seasonally appropriate. And things that I knew Rita loved. And took them when I went back to the hospital on Sunday evening. They allowed me to put a mini warmer in her in-room restroom and to set up 1 full-size warmer in the room. And so, but they have industrial air purifiers in all the hospitals now because of COVID, pulling the germs and things out of the air to help protect us a little more from the super contagious stuff. So I knew that wax would not be as long-lasting or as strong in the hospital room because that air purifier would kick on and it would pull the scent. She was released on Wednesday evening. So between Sunday evening and Wednesday evening, we did go through 2 testers. Y'all, I told everybody in my round robin group, and I warmed other things that I didn't empty too. I went through about the same amount of wax in half the warmers in the hospital that I would have gone through in those days in my house with 4 warmers. But I was surprised that it wasn't more than that. But a lot of that's because these testers lasted so well in the mini warmer, even with all of the things going on. I finished up, this was a gift from Angela at Angela's Melting Moments. We did this one night. This was Sweet Moon from L3, which is blueberry cereal, sugared violets, boardwalk taffy, moonlight beach bonfire. There was just one little piece, but we did that one night. And that was a beautiful nighttime melt. I have cranberry pie from Sassy Girl. There were 2 brittle cubes in here. We did that one day. And I have, this was also a gift from Angela at Angela's Melting Moments. If I didn't say that, I can't remember if I said that or not. And cranberry pie is the dupe for the Bath & Body Works candle cranberry pie. It is tart cranberries, brown sugar, chopped walnuts, and flaky pie crust. Beautiful. Perfect fall bakery. And then I had this little sample from Homestead Wax Melts that used to be candles from the keeping room. This was from my round robin group, from our very first round robin that group did together. This was caramel butterscotch bourbon. This was one I actually did while I was home. It was a heart, a little heart shape, and I cut it in half and put it in both of the warmers in here. and it went for a solid 24 hours. Was only the second Homestead melt I've ever had. I might need to look into them when I'm buying vendor wax regularly again, because it was harder than I'm used to, but it lasted really well, so it might be another vendor that I need to look into. Anyway, that is all of the empties that I have. I am going to quickly share that if I seem a little off tonight, I probably am. Our friends at Word Christian Broadcasting, that I call my little radio station, have been in share-a-thon since 4 o'clock Thursday afternoon. So we came home from the hospital Friday night. See, I'm confused. My days are screwed. We came home from the hospital Wednesday night. Got her settled. And then Thursday at 4 p.m., share-a-thon started. Went from 4 to 7 p.m. Went from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. yesterday and 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. today. She loves them. They are family to her. They have become family to me since she introduced me to them in 2012. We do not miss share-a-thon. We are exhausted still, because most of you know, you do not sleep in hospitals. We are exhausted, but we would not miss share-a-thon. And I've been doing secretarial projects for my mom. I've made almost 200 out of about 350 rounding bags I need to make. So basically I'm running on coffee and sugar and just complete exhaustion. But the share-a-thon was wonderful, and so many great things happened. And they're so close to their goal, and we have 6 weeks for pledges to continue to come in. I just have complete faith they're going to hit the goal. God is going to supply that. Not only am I trusting He's going to supply that need, I'm trusting He's going to supply over and above the abundance so that they can continue to grow the ministry. And it's been such a blessing, these 25 hours of live broadcasting that they had, to get to hear stories of just what the station means to each individual person that called in or came to interview with them on air and all these different things. I texted them a handful of times, sharing some things that were special to me. I got my friend Susie to call. Oh my gosh, that was a huge step, y'all. I got my friend Susie to call and talk to a lady there specifically that had a really big impact on her Christian growth these almost 4 years that she's been saved and has been trying to learn and grow. And it's just been, yeah, I'm exhausted because I probably should have slept in rather than making sure that I was up at 7:45 to turn them on at 8 o'clock the last 2 days. But I am so refreshed mentally and spiritually by having that time with them, especially after the last 6 weeks or so that we've had. Those 2 weeks of not knowing where she was were that was so hard on me. Like, I cannot explain. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything. I was just drugged completely down by the whole thing. So I needed this time, this share-a-thon, and this time of refreshing probably more than I ever have needed a share-a-thon. So I am going to put out one plea here at the end of my video, and this is not something that I typically do. Y'all know me. When I was asking you to send me plastic lids, it was because most of the time you're going to throw them away anyway. So all I was asking you to do was give up occasionally a little bit of money to ship them to me. And I was taking over and getting them where they needed to go. Asking for money is not something I do. But I am going to say I have posted my share-a-thon, or their share-a-thon videos for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on my Facebook. If you'll go and look me up on Facebook, or if you, I'll even say this, if you feel led to give to support that ministry, if you'll just comment in my comments, I will send you privately the direct link to their website to give directly to them, so that you don't have to entrust me with money. But if you would rather entrust me with it, I'm more than happy to take it for you. I'm actually going to get a little gift ready for them and probably get it in the mail Wednesday or Thursday this week. I had intended for it to be there as a pre-pledge ahead of Share-a-thon, but y'all know things just didn't work out that way this year. So I'm going to be able to send it to continue to encourage them that the gifts are still coming in. If you would like for me to help funnel your gift along, you can feel free to do that. You can reach out to me and I'll give you my PayPal or my Venmo or my Cash App, whatever, so you can give that way. But because I don't want to be, I don't want there to be any question or any confusion about what happens with my money. If you would rather just give independently yourself, I will get you their website giving link. Just reach out to me. And I don't normally do things like that, but this station has been a staple in my life since 2012. They have been a part of getting me through a lot of things I honestly did not think I would survive, including these last couple of weeks when those couple of weeks, the end of August, when I didn't know where my Rita was. Like, that was the hardest thing I've been through in a long time. And if it were not for those stations and the way that they helped me still feel connected to her, and for our preacher Eddie, I would not have survived that time. So I just feel really compelled to help them reach that goal. They are only $3,000 away from goal tonight at the end of the live portion, which is a big deal because their goal was $5,000 more than last year's goal. So that means that we had $2,000 more dollars donated during the live portion this year than we had donated last year, because they were only $3,000 off of goal. And I just really feel compelled to help them reach that goal. I would really love to see them reach that goal by the end of this month. They technically will continue to count pledges all through, and gifts that come in physically or on the PayPal. They will continue to count both pledges and gifts that are given through the end of the month of October. Personally, I would like to see them reach the additional $3,000 by the end of this month, so that then everything that comes in October can just be extra that can help them continue to grow. They mentioned today 3 more areas that they would like to begin to minister in with radio frequencies. But you have to pay for each new tower. It increases your power bill. You have to pay actual rent on the tower. There's all kinds of, you have to pay for transmitters and translators, and there's a lot of technical stuff that I don't understand. But there is an additional cost that comes with every way of listening that they add for their listeners. And I would like to see them be able to add some of those, which means they're going to need more than what they had put in their goal. which means I would really like to see them reach goal by the end of this month. So, quick plea that if you feel compelled to help in that, reach out to me and I will help point you in the right direction. Because I want to see this station continue. I am going to make my own contribution. I just didn't get it all together before Share-a-thon like I wanted to. Anyway, with that, my friends, please remember that I love you. And please, have a blessed day on purpose.